Alright guys, my name is Jacob Wagner. I've been a firefighter AEMT. I've worked alongside all of y'all through squad, fire and EMS, fire of course. And this class is going to be recorded. It's the Fire 1 practical. Just give everybody a heads up on that. But to start it off, everything we go over today is going to be out of the Firefighter Skills 2nd edition book, the one you're currently reading for Fire 1. Okay. Objectives for today, as students, before y'all leave here, is going to be knowing the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic material used in rope construction, which is going to be key for us, especially squad. Alright, all your references can be found in the book. If needed after the class, we'll go back over it, anything you need. Alright, rope materials. Ropes can be made of many different materials. The earliest ropes were made of your natural woven fibers, vines, back in the Stone Age, back in Johnny's time. The new ropes are your synthetic materials. They are stronger, higher tensile strength, working load strength, you name it. Your different materials are used for different situations. Speaking of ropes, the many types there are, you got your polyethylene, polypropylene, polyester, and your nylon. Most of our ropes are polyester, nylon. That's utility rope, life safety rope. The rope we're going to be using today is life safety rope. This is going to be all the rope we use for our hooking into anchor points, our rappelling, anything over the mountains, you name it. Synthetic fiber ropes, nylon. Nylon was first manufactured in 1938. Since 1938, everybody's pretty much went to your nylon and synthetic fibers. Advantages to synthetic rope. They are stronger than your natural fibers. We're not going to test that out because you don't want someone over a cliff or rappelling the call up on the mountain we had. You don't want someone going over the edge and possibly falling. Right, synthetic ropes. They use fibers that run the entire length. It helps for greater safety, your tensile strength. The ropes are just way stronger. They're more resistant to your rotting and mildew. Now that don't mean that they will not. During rope checks, if they're cleaned, leave them out, let them dry. Don't stick them back in the bags. That they still will rot and mildew. They're more resistant to melting, burning. They're less absorbent, so they can be washed. Again, we'll let them out, let them dry. Some will float in water. Most of your floating ones is not going to be like what we're using today. Today's life safety rope is mainly for our rappelling, our climbing, and our low angle rope rescues. Your waterproof ones is mainly our water rescue ones, our throw bags, especially the new throw bags. Disadvantages. Prolonged exposure to ultraviolet light, strong acids or alkalis can damage the rope. They are highly susceptible to abrasions and cuttings. If you see one of our ropes that are cut, abrased, they seem to be rotted, or if you're pulling on it and you can hear it cracking and popping, take it out of service. Tag it, take it out, notify one of the captains or lieutenants immediately. Hitting back on that, our life life safety rope, or the Kern Mantle, all the rope we have, they still will burn and melt. Your boat rope, for example. You cut a rope, take a cigarette lighter or something, burn it. It's going to take a while to burn, but it will melt. Now, our ropes, you do not want to burn. We have the tips and tags around the back of it, which these are the Rock Rescues, so not going to stretch, still in service. If you look closely, no abrasion and cuts, woven fiber. We'll go over the actual rope itself in a minute when we do the hands-on portion. Alright. Hitting back on the key points though. Advantages of our life safety rope.
They're strong and they're more like if they don't cut as easy.
There you go. They still will cut. They can get a brace and cut.
Yeah.
Alright. Hitting back on it. They're stronger, more resistant to rotting, mildew, melting, burning. They can be washed, so they're less water absorbent. Floating ropes, ours are marked. Make sure sometime that you look at both ropes and tell the difference. You don't want to accidentally grab the wrong rope. Alright, let's say we'll give a little something that could happen to any one of us any day. We're out here doing our truck checkoffs. We're going through all of our ropes. Just going through it, looking at it, testing it. You come across the spot, the fibers are up and nicked out. What do you do with it?
You take it out of service and then tag it and then let someone know the higher ups.
Quite crude. Alright, so we're going to switch over to the psychomotor portion. Come on. Psychomotor, same thing. It's pulling out of the same Jones and Bartlett book, 2nd edition, firefighting skills. For your fire one practical, there may be ropes on it, so yeah. Alright, as we move into actually tying our knots, for today's purpose, our knot is going to be the bowline knot. You can tie figure eights, there's so many out there. We don't really implement this, but it is good to know. It is one of the more difficult ones, but once you get the hang of it, you'll see. Alright. Today's objectives is by the time you leave here as students, you shall be able to properly tie a bowline. I know you can tie one pretty quick. You three are pretty new to it. So, of course, this is going to be one of your psychomotor checkoffs. So, before I get started, do you know why we use the bowline?
It's a good anchor.
Good anchor, okay. So, anchoring off our two trees, our trucks, anything. If you're wanting to connect to it, you can use a bowline. Figure eight follow through is another good one, but we're going to say bowline for example. A bowline can be tied in hand, carabined onto something. Our low angle rope rescues, we can hook into our Stokes baskets, another harness, you name it. We're not going to be tying it around something today, we're going to be tying it in hand. Alright, so we're going to go over the slides in a minute, but I'm going to give you a quick run through. This can be tied quickly. The rope class next year, I'll go over the more tensile strength and everything. Each instructor will teach it differently and show you different ways. Me personally, I have been using the way the slides will show us for the last 3 years. Which is, alright, you've got your working end going over the cliff, wherever we're going. And you've got your tag. So, right-handed, it's easier for me to keep my tag in my right hand, my working hand in my left hand. So, you're going to make your loop. Alright, tag in still in the right hand. You're going to come, rabbit's going to come through the hole. And this is a pretty good way to remember it too. Once the rabbit comes through the hole, he's going to come around the tree, away from you. Rabbit's going to go back through the hole. You're going to grab the second loop you made and go into the working end. You're going to pull. Now, dress up your knots. Dress up your knots can keep from kinks. There's a lot of science behind dressing up your knots. But once you dress up your knot, tighten it up, you want to tie a safety. That way it cannot slip. Your safety is going to be your simple overhand knot. So, tie your overhand, tighten it down, dress it up, ball them with a safety. Now, I'm going to pass out the rope bags and we're going to practice real quick. Tim, if you'll come over here. Alright.
Follow first responders, unit response, 607 South 12th Street, apartment D in Delta, 607 South 12th Street, apartment D. I have a 25-year-old female who's had seizures off and on all day. She's talking very slowly, slurring her speech. Take time, 21:26.
Nice. Okay, as you tie, we'll go on and go back to the first slide. Okay, we'll start from there. Don't get too ahead. Alright, you ready? Ready. So, first loop. Okay. Alright, rabbit's going to come around, go through the hole. Okay. It's going to go around the back of the tree. Something is spooked him. He's going to go back into the hole. Alright. And you're going to grab your rabbit and your second loop. I'm going to grab your working end and pull. Okay, dress up your knot. And tie your safety. And there went active. Alright, another go-to on this. I'm bad for it. A lot of the class, everybody's bad for it. Wearing gloves. As we're doing this, if you're going to be out in the field, every day-to-day situations, you got to have gloves on. Practice makes perfect. Practice with your gloves on. Alright. Look. Nope, get your safety. Nope, you got it. Okay, I'm gonna borrow your rope. Now, we're not gonna cover tying around stuff, but practice makes perfect. After this class, if you don't keep on tying these knots, you will forget them. It will get to the point where you can literally just take it. Oh, look at that, I messed up too. Take it and tie it. Alright. Key points in this. Knowing how to tie it. Any questions? Good. Okay. And does everybody feel comfortable with tying this knot? with that being said, we're gonna switch over and take the test. The first test is gonna be off of the handouts I emailed y'all, chapter 9. Still covering those. The second test is gonna be over what we went over today. If you have any questions, we'll ask them before the test.
So, as I was instructed,
Alright,
make the loop
alright.
through the hole underneath, around, back through the hole, grab the top and pull, and then tie your safety.
That's alright. Alright. Well, quick little test for you.
Oh, okay.
What's the disadvantages of those ropes?
Disadvantage?
The synthetic nylon.
Synthetic nylon. Well, when exposed to heat, they can melt.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
And cut. They can be cut.
Yes, absolutely. Well, anything can if the blood's sharp enough.